Hello everybody and welcome, you're watching Dave Playing Games. My name is Dave and I am playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. After having a little tryst with Kira Metz, we're now on the search for Triss Merigold. Dressed as, I guess, Jaime Lannister? We're currently following a thief through the streets of Novigrad in an attempt to try and find the King of Beggars. And I've lost him. Where's he gone? I've lost him. No wait, he's gone through that archway. Okay. I have to keep my distance so they don't see me and aha. He's come to a gate.
Open up.
Who are you and what do you want?
Well, my name is Geralt, and I want to find a sorceress, but I'm sure that's not going to work. And perhaps telling him I'm a witcher isn't the smartest idea. However...
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer, methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it. Gotta contribute to the Grove's upkeep.
Don't know the password.
Pay up then.
See, I could pay you, but I've also been investing points in my... was it Axie? I think it's Axie. I don't know. I'm gonna witcher bullshit you and sparkle you into submission.
I won't pay. Let me in.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe that worked. Wonderful success. So I found my way into... I think, was this the Bog of Despair or something? I really should have paid attention when they were telling me where this place is. But this place is full of henchmen, mages, apparently drug addicts. Okay, this is quite an unpleasant place. And all this tucked into one little alleyway. Well, no wonder they don't really get bothered too much. But never mind, I have to go and speak to the King of Beggars. So let's speak to him promptly so we can get on with our search for Triss Merigold. I'm certainly very worried she's going to get burnt at the stake for being a sorceress.
About time we made something clear, Sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're sitting ducks for the temple guard. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
Triss!
Hey, Triss.
See, you two know each other. I was curious whether you'd managed to find me, Witcher.
It was really easy. All I needed to do was follow some ne'er-do-wells. Also, this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Hey Triss, how's it going? Quite concerningly though, how did you know I was coming for you? I mean, I understand the whole there are beggars on every street and they're your eyes and ears, but seriously, they couldn't have got here much quicker than I did.
Am I mistaken, or you got something to take up with me?
Who knows? Man with two swords and the skill to use them could be very useful these days.
Could have sent some underling to fetch me.
Could have, but I admit I wanted to see how you'd manage. See if you're as crafty as you are well crafted. See, Witcher, I've got plans, big plans, far-reaching plans.
Right, okay. Why does everyone have an angle? Why can't people just be like, yeah, I just want to live a normal life, and I think that you might be able to help me in that pursuit. No. I want to take control of absolutely everything, and be the new evil dictator. Well, fair enough. I mean, I don't think you stand much of a chance, given that Redania have a lot of power in this area, and the Church of the Eternal Fire seem to be quite happy to burn anyone that gets in their way.
You face the temple guard and witch hunters armed to the teeth. And all you've got's a gang of tramps and a handful of mages. I wouldn't bet a single crown on you.
Nor would I. Not at the moment. But war shuffles the deck. In wartime, folks start to understand things. Start to wonder why magic's outlawed, even though it's so damn useful. Folk come to me knowing full well it's forbidden. You know why? Because they fear death by disease more than torture. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to our city. Because it will be our city one day, Geralt. Mark my words.
Yours, plural.
Yeah, mine. And me friends. But that's a tale for another time. For now, I'll leave you two alone. Because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Thank you so much.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along.
And I'm really enjoying that new outfit as well. Oh, Triss has turned out lovely in this next gen update.
Come on. Let me give you a taste of my life. I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her. Here. No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something.
Well, evidently not.
You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more?
You tell me. That was the whole point of me coming to see you. Well, clearly this has been a total bust. Triss doesn't know a bloody thing. But she's leading me into a house, and maybe someone else here knows.
Hello, Klug. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say. I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other way.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
Well, I see where this is going. You expect not to pay me, flutter your eyelashes, and have me dive into the river of ice-cold filth. Fine.
I can do that. Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from the harbour.
I didn't expect such devotion.
Wanted to freshen up anyway. Let's go.
Stop. Hear that? They've come for us.
The fall didn't break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks, nothing. Turned out, he was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it. Damn near went mad.
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug.
The longer we stay here, the less I like this place. So there's the trapdoor down to the cellar, so let's open that. Pop down this here ladder. And... oh, wait. I see red. I see red. Seriously? Why are you guys every single place I go?
There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever on this wall that'll open the secret passage.
Okie dokie, well we'll look for a secret passage, although I have to be honest with you, Triss, last time I did this in a tower full of mice and rats and stuff, and it wasn't really great. I spent far too much time looking for books on bookshelves, levers, torches in sconces. It was quite embarrassing. And if I'm honest, it would be a shame to leave here without taking absolutely everything we can find, especially as the place is heaving in chests, with all sorts of fun little things like diagrams and, ooh, manuscripts. Well, enough searching around. There appears to be a brick, and that opens a hole in the wall.
Free city of Novigrad. The name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Okie dokie, so in this repulsive river we go. Aha! Look at all of these. There's lots of glowy bits that probably have loot in we want. I'll check out all of these in a bit, but I think I see our quarry. And a little red package over here. Lovely. So one leather sack. Now if we just pop back up to the surface so that we don't suffocate, head back to Triss, and maybe then she can give us some assistance in trying to find Ciri. Okay, Marigold, here's your little package. I hope it was worth it.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
awkward bit of freeze. Well, that's just annoying. Well, I've got to be honest, only 2 crashes with quite an old game that's been buggered around with several times by the developer in 15 whole episodes is, well, I'll take that as a win. So let's pop back down underwater, try and find that pouch again, and I wonder what else we might find in those containers. Slightly different bits this time, but I can't complain too much. Sadly, some bits that we didn't get the first time round. Never mind, I'm sure we'll find something interesting later on. Right, Triss. Again, soggy, but laden with goods.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
So, drying out in the warm Novigrad sunshine, where are we going next, Triss?
Greetings, Sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Nobody expects the White Wolf Inquisition.
Triss, you told this man you're a sorceress?
Of course. She was looking for work. That's her chief asset.
No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, no one would believe such a beauty could be an exterminator of rodents.
Why do I have the horrible feeling I'm going to be killing rats again? What is it with sorceresses and having me killing rats?
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I.
You can merely cough up the cash.
I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Fine. A full purse of Novigrad crowns as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related.
Rat-related? What, like cheese?
I'll cover half the space, you take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Thing is, I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents?
Geralt, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal council meeting, but they killed my king. Look for crevices and droppings.
Once we place this incense, what then?
I'll cast a spell and the rats will leave.
Can't do that without sprinkling incense? Don't really feel up to looking for rat shit.
Stop whining.
Just to be clear, are we saying the rats look like rat activity, or is that too obvious? Because there's some rats behind you. Okie dokie, well there's a drain there. Is that rat activity? Oh, there is. Look, there's a little red glowy thing. Those are enormous. They better not be rat shit.
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no, notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
Yes, it does rather feel like he's got an ulterior motive, and he wants the job done anyway because it benefits his business. Maybe we're in for a trap?
A master monster slayer in the world's largest city, looking for rat shit. Jeez.
Luckily for us, this seems fairly straightforward, so here's the third grill, let's get the incense down, and we'll be on our merry way.
Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk. Now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
Reconciled?
I was worried about seeing you again. Doubted it could be pleasant.
We said everything there was to say 6 months ago. I don't want to go back to that.
I'm not going back to it. It's one thing to say something, it's another to actually do it.
We promised to remain friends. I hope nothing will change that. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
Not bad. Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Those rats are enormous. I've only just noticed how big those rats are.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you. Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late. You paid up front and got what you paid for. Not half a rodent left in the granary.
I paid in advance because I knew I'd recover my coin.
Such is life for sorceresses in Novigrad these days.
I can see that and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
So you know how Menga said that I was going to kill someone I wasn't supposed to eventually? Well, here we go.
That bastard hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me, duped and trapped like a child. If not for you, we need to find Brandon.
No, Triss. No, what we need to do is loot the bodies, then we can find Brandon. I mean, just look at all these witch hunter swords that would have gone to waste. Do you think the merchant's going to need to pay someone to clean all this up? We could make some more money here, you know. Fine, Kay, let's go find Brandon.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
That was no problem at all. I kind of enjoyed it. Got the blood pumping a little bit. So about all of that money you've just got, is there any chance you could toss some my way?
No need. Glad I could help.
You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri, and I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, de Jonquier, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Okay, well it was nice seeing you, albeit brief, but now I guess we're going to have to go our separate ways and I'll find somebody else. Maybe we'll bump into each other again.
Thanks for everything. See you, Triss.
See you.
How do I find you if I need you?
I live in the Bits. Head up the hill past the fish market. Stop by.
Be seeing you.
Also, I love, in the largest city in the free world, the only meaningful landmark is a fish market. Well, before we go and speak to... I've accidentally wound up in the bloody fish market. Before I go and speak to this dream conjurer thingamajiggy, I'm going to go and speak to this blacksmith. I've got a whole bunch of witch hunter swords, which I have acquired completely legitimately, by the way, that I think you might like to buy. And I would like to see if I can find some more recipes for oils around here, but lacking a herbalist, I suspect the only oils I'll find in the fish market are omega-3. So, without allowing any further distractions, let's pop and see this Dreamweaver, and they can tell me all about where I can find Ciri, which is going to be completely 100% reliable and legitimate, I am certain.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonquier. Of those de Jonquiers, yes. My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Is there a particular reason then, Mr. Rich Banker, why you're sat on a bench in a poor district in the rain?
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
The... what?
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances. Led me to fear the home might be haunted.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night, and furniture moving about in the attic, and last week, well, you shan't believe it, I found human feces in the parlour.
That sounds very much like you've got a lodger, not a ghost problem, but I'll go and have a look anyway, which rings my game, and finding ghosties is one of my particular talents, so let's see what I can do for you.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my whim.
So let's pop in here and see what's going on. Oh, looting, you say? No, you might be right. I think you've got a poltergeist. I saw him taking all your stuff.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
Is she talking about me looting? Johnny? Kareen, wake up. You've got a Johnny problem.
Wake up. It's just a dream. Wake up.
The doll. The attic.
Well, I've taken a doll from downstairs. I don't know much about the attic, but you do have a horrible goblin problem.
All right. Time to check the attic.
So if we're to look in the attic, let's pop up this ladder here. See what we find.
Way to the next room's blocked.
Oh, if only I had some sort of magical way to deal with that. And if I just do this... Oh, wouldn't you know it? Ard fixes everything, or quite the opposite, actually. And, oh, everything's all sparkly. Oh, there's been some goblin nonsense. So I found a drawing of a crib. Lots and lots of booze. Some amethyst dust, I'll be taking that. Oh, a bench. I've got the doll she was talking about, that's nice. And if we have a little look at this here drawing, it's truly dreadful.
There was a cradle on the second floor. Wonder what would happen if I laid a doll in it.
Which of course would be the first thing you would think of. Also, is no one concerned about the fact that all of the cobwebs are purple? Should they be purple? What sort of spiders do you have here in Novigrad? So let's pop the doll here in this rocker, and hopefully that wakes up that woman who is clearly off of hers. We've been shut in. Oh, and look! There's another drawing.
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
Logic dictates there should be an oven on the ground floor, or failing that, I think I saw a trapdoor. Maybe it's in the basement. Okie dokie, open this trapdoor. Is there a ladder? Yes, there is. More purple cobwebs. Oh, and now they're not purple. I'm feeling very suspicious of what's going on with these cobwebs. Right, well, colour changing cobwebs aside, let's have a look at this oven and see what's going on with it. Are there any goblins hiding inside?
Boo!
Bloody knew it!
Did I scare you? Scared you, didn't I? Could tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her wake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
Little Sarah's gonna get stabbed in the face with a silver sword unless you sort this out for me.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
Oh, please let me stab her.
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling.
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
Okie dokie, brilliant. So, silver sword it is.
See, now I want to do this the nice way, but you just won't let me.
What'll you do to me, eh? Eh? Eh?
Burdock. Godlings hate the scent. How would you like a whiff?
You're stupid and a pig!
Well, I'm not entirely convinced that actually worked. I mean, I don't think little Sarah's gone anywhere. Oh, but there is more looting to be done. So maybe I should go and find some of this burdock and see if I can get rid of the horrid little goblin that way. All of this could have been avoided if she'd just done as she was told. For all his faults, at least Johnny did what he was told. Rudolph, I have excellent news!
Well, Witcher, what have you learned? More importantly, what have you resolved?
The house isn't cursed, just has a tenant. A godling.
What the devil is a godling?
Post-conjunction creature. Likes making mischief.
Mischief, you call it, yet it's likely to prevent me from selling.
I can try to smoke it out. I'll need burdock.
That was...
The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks? Smart.
No, you were supposed to tell me where to find some burdock. It's the problem with being the protagonist. Everybody expects you to do everything around here. Oh, but we might be in luck. I think we're coming to the herbalist's place.
A good one to you, young man. Hair's all a grey, but by your face and straight back, I know you to be in your youth.
Greetings. What do you sell?
Herbs, young lad. I've all sorts gathered near about. You'd be surprised what useful plants grow by the roadside.
Not that surprised, actually.
You seem learned in these matters, so I'll show you my special stock from under the counter.
That sounds useful indeed. Fantastic. Let me have a look at your wares. Maybe you can sell me some oil recipes and some burdock, which will help me get rid of that unwanted tenant, Sarah.
You just might have the herbs I need.
Well, happily enough, they have a bundle of burdock that I can buy. And oh, absolutely lovely. Enhanced necrophage oil, I'll buy that. As well as enhanced thunderbolt. This could have been a very successful trip after all, so let's begin by seeing what we need for... Aha. Enhanced insectoid oil, we'll make that. We need some bear fat for this. I wonder if he sells bear fat. Oh, and we can make black blood, which further improves our ability to fight necrophages. We'll make our thunderbolt better. And indeed, the lovely chap's got some bear fat. And boom, enhanced necrophage oil. This has been so useful. Right, okay. Thank you very much for your help. I need to go and get rid of a goblin. And goblin removal is precisely what I'll be doing next week. If you've enjoyed this episode, stick a like on the video for me and be sure to subscribe to the channel. You can get your weekend Witcher fix right here on Dave Playing Games. Next time out, we're going to be going and getting rid of little Sarah, speaking to the Dreamer, and making excellent headway in our search for Cirilla. All that to look forward to, and I really hope you join me for that one. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Ta-ra.